So today we start a new topic, product of vectors. So why we need product of vectors? See here, we can find product of vectors in two ways. When the result of product is a scalar, the product is called a scalar or dot product. If the result is a vector, it is called a vector or cross product. That means depending on the result, if we get after multiplying that two vectors, if we get scalar quantity, so with that product called scalar product or dot product. If we get vector after multiplying the two vectors, then that multiplication or that product we call vector or cross product. So we see first scalar product of two vectors. See here definition of scalar product. Here we consider two vectors, vector A and vector B. An angle between these two vectors, that is theta. So see the definition. If A bar and B bar are two vectors in space, that means we consider here three-dimensional system which are inclined at an angle theta, we define the scalar product or dot product of these vectors as vector A dot vector B equals to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B and cos theta, where AB are the magnitudes of vector A and B respectively. So from this formula we can calculate the angle between two vectors also. So for calculating the angle between two vectors, we use cos theta equals to A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Now see the properties of scalar product. First property, A and B are the magnitudes of the vector A and vector B. Hence A greater or equals to 0, B greater or equals to 0. That means if AB are the magnitude of this vector AB, then that magnitude may be 0 or greater than 0. See first sub property. If theta is an acute angle, then cos theta is positive. In this case, if vector A, vector B are non-zero vectors, then magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta is a positive real number. So when we see acute angle made by these two vectors A bar and B bar, then we get cos theta as positive. So see here, second, if theta is obtuse angle, then cos theta is negative. So when theta is greater than 90 degree, then we get cos theta as a negative. If you observe, in first quadrant cos is positive, in second quadrant cos is negative. So from that also you can remember this concept. If magnitude of A, magnitude of B, if A bar B bar are non-zero vectors, then AB cos theta is a negative real number. So when angle is greater than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle, then the value of that dot product of vector A and B is always negative. If theta is right angle, then cos theta equals to 0. We know that cos 90 is 0. In this case, if vector A, vector B are non-zero vectors, then AB cos theta equals to 0. That means the product, scalar product of that two vectors is 0. That means when two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then their product must be equals to 0. That is AB cos theta equals to 0. From this result, it is clear that if the scalar product of two non-zero vector is 0, then they are perpendicular to each other. So from this we can say when their product is 0, then that two vectors are always perpendicular. Now see the second property. Vector B dot vector A equals to, we write this as magnitude of B into magnitude of A and angle between them in cosine ratio. So we write here BA cos theta. We can write this BA as AB. So this AB cos theta can be written as vector A dot vector B. So from this we say that this scalar product is commutative. See here, B bar dot A bar equals to A bar dot B bar. So we can interchange the vector while taking scalar product. So this property is called commutative property. Thus scalar product is a commutative. So while calculating, you can find A bar dot B bar or B bar dot A bar, you get the same value. If vector A and vector B are perpendicular, so for that we use another word, that is orthogonal. That means when vector A and B are perpendicular, then theta equals to 90 degree. So by the definition of scalar product, A bar dot B bar equals to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos 90. We know that cos 90 is 0. So RHS get 0. Conversely, A bar dot B bar equals to 0 gives magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta equals to 0. Therefore, from this, vector A is 0 vector or vector B is 0 vector, or vector A and vector B are perpendicular to each other. So from this we have two conclusions. Either the vector A is 0 vector or vector B is 0 vector, or that two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Now see next property. If vector A, vector B are parallel, so when vectors are parallel, then angle between them is 0. If vector A and vector B are parallel, then theta equals to 0. Therefore, scalar product of vector A with vector B equals to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos 0. We know that cos 0 is 1. So we write here A into B. So when two vectors are same vectors, in particular we write here A bar dot A bar equals to magnitude of A square. A square can also be written as magnitude of vector A its square. So when two vectors are parallel, then their dot product is product of their magnitudes. So see here, note, if A bar is unit vector, then magnitude of vector A equals to A, and this is unit vector, so its magnitude A must be equals to 1. Therefore, A bar dot A bar equals to 1 when A bar is a unit vector. Now see fifth property. Consider the basic vectors ijk. They are unit vectors and mutually perpendicular as they are along OX, OY and OZ. Actually this concept we discuss in three-dimensional geometry. So when we take scalar product of like unit vector, then their product must be equals to 1. So see here, I cap dot I cap equals to j dot j cap equals to k cap dot k cap is equals to 1. When we take product of two unlike unit vectors, then their dot product is always 0, because when we consider unit vector I and unit vector j, that means these vectors are along x-axis and y-axis, and we know that x-axis and y-axis are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means angle between that two unit vector is 90 degree. So by definition cos 90 is 0. So when we write product of two unlike unit vectors, then their dot product is 0. Similarly, we write here j dot k. So the angle between y-axis and z-axis is again 90 degree. So similarly, for product of j dot k cap, product of k dot j cap, we get 0. So in this property, you remember, if like vector scalar product is calculated, then it must be equals to 1. When we calculate the product, scalar product of two unlike unit vectors, then their scalar product is always 0. Now see expression for a bar dot b bar in terms of unit vector ijk. Let a bar equals to a1i a2j plus a3k. So we consider here vector a as a1i a2j plus a3k and vector b as b1i b2j and b3k be any two vectors. Then we find here their scalar product, that is dot product. See, first substitute the value of vector a as a1i a2j a3k, then substitute the value of vector b as b1i b2j plus b3k. Now we have to multiply these two brackets. So first we multiply by this a1i to each term of second bracket. So see here, first we multiply by scalars. So a1 into b1, we write here a1 into b1, then I dot I, so I dot I. Then we multiply this a1 with this b2, so we write here a1 b2, a1 b2, then I dot j, plus we multiply by a1i to this b3k, so we write a1 b3 and I dot k. So similarly we multiply by this a2j to each term of second bracket, so we write here a2 b1, a2 b2, a2 b3 and here ji jj jk, ji jj jk. So similarly we multiply by this a3k, so a3 b1 k dot I, a3 b2 k dot j, a3 b3 k dot k. So we write here a3 b1 k dot I dot, a3 b2 k dot j k dot k. So we see in this property I dot I is 1, j dot j is 1, k dot k is 1. So where there is I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, we replace that by 1, and where I dot j, j dot I, or j dot k, k dot j, or k dot I dot k, that we replace by 0. So we write here a1 b1, a2 b2, a3 b3. Why? Because this term a1 b1 I dot I, we get 1. So we write here first term. This term is 0, this term is 0, because I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0. Similarly here j dot I is 0, here j dot j is 1, so we write a2 b2 into 1 as a2 b2, and then k dot I is 0, k dot j is 0, last k dot k is 1, so we write here a3 b3 into 1 as a3 b3. So you can directly remember while taking the dot product we have to multiply the coefficients of like vectors. So see here a1 b1, so write here a1 b1, I dot I is 1. Second, a2 b2, j dot j is 1, so we write a2 b2, then a3 b3. So in this way you can directly express the vector a dot vector b in the form of a1 b1, a2 b2, a3 b3. See here example. If vector a is 2i minus j plus 3k and vector b is I plus 3j plus k, so we write here dot product directly as 2 into 1, so we write 2, minus 1 into 3, which is minus 3, 3 into 1, 3, so minus 3 plus 3 get cancelled, we get 2. Or by procedure we can multiply this and use the property for I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, we get 1, and for unlike vector their dot product is 0. So using that you can calculate the scalar product of two vectors. So you can see all the properties